Hello dear students, how are you? I hope you all are well. Let's start the class with a thought. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Yes, education is the key to eliminate all problems. If you want to grow and be successful, then you need to be educated. Let's start the class for 5th subject Social Studies lesson Major Landforms. In previous lesson, you learned about parallels and meridians of the earth. From this lesson, you are going to learn different types of landforms or natural landforms. The earth is made up of land and water. Around 3/4 of the earth is covered by water and 1/4 of the earth's surface covered by the land. You can see here surface of the earth. The surface of the earth is not the same everywhere. Some parts are flat and level, while others are raised. Landforms are natural features of the earth's surface. The major landforms are mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts, and rivers. Yes, these 5 kinds of landforms you are going to learn from this lesson. First one is mountains. A mountain is a landform which rises more than 900 meters above the sea level. Mountains cover about 20% of the total land area of the earth. The mountains differ in height and shape. Some are very high, some are short. They have very steep slopes as shown in this slide. The highest point of a mountain is called a peak or summit. Mountain peaks are mostly conical in shape. You can see here how they are pointed and in conical shape. The height and shape of mountains depend on their age. The Himalayas and the Alps are young mountains. They are high and have conical peaks. The Aravallis and the Alpine chains are very old mountains. Therefore, they are low and have rounded peaks. Several mountains may join together to form a chain or a range. Mountains often have a series of parallel ranges, which may extend for hundreds of kilometers. The Andes in South America and the Rockies in North America are 2 examples. Mountains have a thin soil cover and steep slopes. It is difficult to grow crops here. The mountains regions are thinly populated. This is due to an unsuitable climate, shortage of flat land, and difficulty in transportation. Despite these mountains are very useful to us. How are they useful to us? We'll see. Mountains act as a barrier against cold and hot winds. Rivers originating from mountains provide water and irrigation. The slopes of mountains have rich pasture land and valuable forests. Some mountains are rich in minerals. Now let's see about plateaus. A plateau or tableland is highland with a flat top. Why they given tableland name for plateau? You all are know the table. Table is little bit high from the plains and at the top it is plain. So the plateau also same, so that's why they given the name tableland. It rises abruptly from the surrounding land, so it has steep slopes. Many rivers and streams flow through plateaus. Some plateaus are very large and extend over hundreds of kilometers. The Deccan Plateau in India is an example. Here shown, this is the Deccan Plateau. The Tibetan Plateau is the largest and the highest in the world. It is surrounded by mountain ranges on all sides. Other examples are Colorado Plateau in North America and Bolivian Plateau in South America. Most plateaus are in dry regions and on the leeward side of the mountains. Due to high altitudes, the climate is cold and growing season is short. Many plateaus have deep canyons on their surface. The Grand Canyon is Colorado Plateau is an example. Now we'll see importance of the plateaus. Plateaus have grasslands on which cattle and sheep are reared. Some plateaus are rich in minerals deposits, which is very good. Now we'll see plains. A plain has a flat, low-lying land surface. They are also called lowlands. They can be level or slightly hilly. The slope of the land is gentle. Plains may be formed by deposition of sand and silt by rivers, as in case of northern place of India. Rivers carry and silt with them. When the rivers slow down, these materials are deposited on their banks. Plains are formed by these deposits. Some plains are in the interior of continents, while some are near the sea coast. Plains are more thickly populated than the mountain and plateaus. Now we'll see importance of the plateaus. Plains have fertile soil which is suitable for agriculture. Most Asian civilizations came up on the bank of rivers on the plains. Most big cities and towns are located in the plains. It is easier to construct roads, railways, aerodromes, and canals in the plains. Aerodromes means small airports. Now we'll see about the desert. Deserts are land areas that receives very little rainfall. These areas have a dry climate. Let's see about the desert. Deserts have very hot days and cold nights. It has frequent dust and storms. Deserts have hills of sand called sand dunes. Deserts have little vegetation due to less rainfall. Most deserts are located on the western side of continents and on the leeward side of mountains. Some examples of deserts are the Sahara Desert and the Kalahari Deserts. As shown in this slide, you can see here. And do you know where it is? These are located in Africa. Now we'll see next Great Sandy Desert and the Great Victoria Deserts in Australia. The Thar Desert and the Arabian Desert in Asia. The Atacama Desert and the Patagonian Desert in South America. Now let's see next point, rivers. Rivers are natural channels that carry rainwater or water from melted ice and snow from mountains to plains, lakes and seas. These channels start as streams and join together to form a river. From the place of origin to its mouth, a river passes through three stages, and the three stages are the upper or the young course of the river, the middle or the mature course of the river, the lower or old course of the river. These three stages we are going to see. Let's see first. The upper or a younger course of the river. Most rivers originate in the mountains. Here the speed of the river is very high. The river cuts a deep and narrow channels in the mountains. Some features of the upper course are canines, waterfalls and rapids. As shown in this picture, you can see how the speed of water cut into waterfalls or into canines. Next stage. The middle or the mature course of the river. The middle course of the river begins when it leaves to mountains and enter the plains. Here the valley winds. At this stage, the speed of the water decreases and the river develops loops, which are called meanders. River Ganga, for example, has a meandering course between Allahabad and Varanasi. You can see here. And the third stage, the lower or the old course of the stage. In its lower course, the river joins a bigger water bodies such as a sea. In this course, the speed of the river is very slow. The river deposits the silt it carries near the mouth, forming a triangular shaped land called delta. In the next picture, you can see here how the delta formed by the Ganga river. The largest delta in the world is formed by the Ganga and the Brahmaputra river, as shown in this picture. I hope you all are understood the lesson. Let's see some new words from the lesson. First one is leeward side, the side of the mountain that is sheltered from winds. It gets very little rainfall. Next one, canine, a deep valley with stilts made of rock. Third number, mouth, the place where a river joins the sea or a lake. Then rapids, part of river where the water flows very fast over rocks. Silt, a clay, fine sand or materials carried by running water means silt. Then aerodromes, a small airport. Thank you.